How you doing? I'm going to show you my Golden Eagle bike engine. This is just a little bit better view here. This is HD. Okay, now I'm going to go a little bit closer to it here for a minute. There we go. Now the first thing I want to show you is the gas tank. Everybody talks about it being really small. Now I will tell you that this gets you upwards to anywhere from 30 to 45 miles depending on how hard you're running, if you're going uphill a lot or downhill. Okay? Now, the other thing I'm going to show you, and let me start walking around here for a minute. Let's see. Okay. Now, back over here. With this, there's a, where I call it the clutch, the belt tensioner. You just hit it down like that. And what it's going to do is it's going to make this nice and tight. Right here. Now, really they say after you park it, what you want to do is put it back up here so this is nice and loose. Okay? Now, moving back over here for a minute, I'm going to show you this. Now, you see the ring right here? What that does is it snaps into the spokes. It's a plastic ring. What I did was make sure it lined it up correctly, and then I just pushed it on there, and it has a tool to help you do that. Okay, down here, this is a bolt-on axle. Most bikes like mine had quick release. I ordered the axle from the company, took it to a bike shop, had them put this on here and repack the bearings. Okay. Now, right here, in some of my other videos, I talked about problems that I had with this bar. I had to call David, the tech at Golden Eagle Bike Engine. He kind of walked me through it. He said, what you need to do is to build this up with some washers, which I did. I went to the hardware store. I got a bunch of these, and what I did was I have the screw coming up through here and bolted it on nice and tight. And it seemed to work quite well. And this will bend very easily. So if you have some problems, by all means, call the techs at Golden Eagle. They'll walk you through it. Now, some of the other things that I told you, my problem, personal problems, was this. The brake caliper. When I was riding the bike, before I got the engine, my right, I think it was the right side caliper broke on me. The pin broke. And so I went to a friend's house. He had another caliper that we put on. It worked okay till I put the engine on. Once I put the engine on there, somehow or another this broke very quickly. So I ordered some on eBay rather quickly, put them on and realized that they weren't the right calipers. Lo and behold, what this broke, it dug into the side of my tire, it ripped it, it caused the tube to come out and pop. And this was down for a while I was ordering some new calipers, and these are the best. They're working really well for me right now. So let me see if I can get up. Pardon me about this kind of, there we go, this camera moving around. This brand new camera for me. When I go on YouTube, they have this stabilizing thing. The problem with it, though, is it causes real major problems with it when I come down. Okay, now let's look at this. This right here is my speedometer, also odometer. It'll tell me, how many calories I burned. It'll tell me the temperature and the time, but somehow or another I mess this up. Here's my kill switch. Now, let me go back here just a second. I'm walking around. Okie dokie. Here's your wiring. Here's your cable. What I did is zip tie it. And I zip tied it up through here. Now I left this loose. And the reason why I did that was because I could turn the wheel and not have to worry about it. Now the other thing that I want to show you here is I did my kill switch on the left hand side. I did my throttle on the right. Now the problem with my throttle is that, let me show you this clip. Here's this clip. It wouldn't clip on this. I got so aggravated because it wouldn't clip on the handlebar that I had. So I zip tied it nice and tight. Now what I like about the way I did it is I can put my whole hand around it. A lot of them you'll see like this using their thumb. I like to do it like that. Yeah, and your tendonitis in your right in this little area here won't be quite as bad. Now I got a front light. Okay, now this stupid thing here is supposed to be a horn. I've not used it. I might take it off. Maybe look into a GPS when I take this on longer runs. Okay, back here again. Let me go down. Guys, when you get this and you put it on, you're going to notice that on the back of your seat post, the engine is going to, there we go, the engine's going to block it. Okay, so you're going to need to figure out how to put a light on here. I sat and tried to figure this out over and over again, and I came up with this idea of putting this on the bracket itself. And what I did was, I didn't have really anything to use but tape and wrapping rope around it real nice and tight. Well, it keeps it on there. It's not pretty, but it's functional and it works at night. Now, another thing I did was I got some reflectors, and I put them on there so at night you can be able to see that. Also, I have a vest that I have a high visibility vest, and I wear it every time I'm actually on the bike. I do that all the time. Okay, also I got these, and these things are really cool. See that? Isn't that neat? Yeah, I love these. Those are my favorite. You can turn those on at night, man. I tell you what, you talk about LEDs shooting out. Also, I got a light on my wheel too, so when it goes around, I can get that going. And I tell you, you can't ever have too much. Let me go back over here again. You never can have too much when it comes to lighting on your bike. Now, let me tell you this. I love my Gary Fisher. This is the Silver Series 2007 Napa. And basically it's a Trek bike. You know, Gary Fisher, he designs Trek bikes. And this is one of his designs, which you don't see anymore. This is one of the last of designs. Now he has more of different types of looks. One thing I will say when I got this engine, it was hard for me to adjust not riding my bike. I loved riding it so much. It's a joy. But I am starting to see the fun of having the engine on the back of it. Man, I can pedal assist it, get it going, and cruise at 28, 30 miles an hour. I can just kick back, look at the scenery, look around me, and just have a good time. Now, one of the things I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to get a helmet cam soon, and I'm going to go out on some rides, and I'll post those on YouTube. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments down below. I'll help you as much as I can. I will tell you, if you're kind of in limbo trying to figure out, should I spend $660? I can tell you it's worth every penny that I spent on this Honda 4-stroke engine. It's very dependable. Now, some of the problems that I've heard is that the belt, well, yeah, belts wear out. Once this belt wears out, just go on the website, order another belt, and they'll send it to you. The only headache that I have about this, and I'm going to call tech support and talk to them about it, when I had to change the back tire, I had to unbolt each one of the brackets. I had to pull the engine completely off to pull the back wheel to replace the tire. So I had to put this on something to keep it balanced. And then I had to flip my bike upside down. And it was, I tell you what, it was a chore. It was a chore. The engine weighs about 18 pounds, so it can be a real problem when it comes to working on the bike. That's the only gripe I have. Everything else, it's a wonderful setup. But that's the only problem that I have is if you need to do maintenance on the back part of it, it is a bear to get that off, where to put it, and be able to pull the wheel off and work on it and all this stuff. One guy in one of his videos said something about you tie it to the seat post. I tried that and it didn't work. So I just took the whole engine off and then put both brackets in something to keep it from falling over this way. Because if you're not careful, the oil will run out and gas will run out and all this crap. So that's my only gripe, guys. And if any of you do have a Golden Eagle bike engine, maybe you can leave a comment below telling me how you do it. Because it's a bear. If you need to work on the back of that bike, it's a pain in the butt. Alrighty, well, thanks a lot, guys, for listening. And I hope I didn't bore you too much. Bye.